everyone, my name is Saeeda Sahab, and today I am going to talk about one of the most powerful and one of the most emotionally charged novel in the American history. So the name of the novel is The Grapes of Red, which were written by John Steinbeck. So whether you have read it or not, it's not a big deal because this is not just a story. This is a phase from which American people has gone through, and this is the mirror of struggle, which the struggle of humanity basically. So especially during the toughest time in the American history. So if I talk about the time, or if I talk about the poet, so John Steinbeck has wrote this novel back in 1939 when the people of USA has been gone through a great stress. So they had to lose their jobs, they had to lose their homes, they had lost their fields and everything. Especially the farmers of Oklahoma, they have been gone through a great distress at that time. They had to face a great disasters, a huge disaster. So that disaster was mainly known as Dust Bowl. So the people of Oklahoma has lost their farms and their agricultural land, so that's why they have to move to California in search of good jobs and homes, etc. Okay, so John Steinbeck saw all this stress, all this situation which were around him, and he decided to write a novel in which he can mainly write, or he can mainly show what's going around at that time and what people has to suffer with. So that's why he wrote The Grapes of Red, in which he talked about a family. The story is about the Joad family. They had lost their agricultural land and they had lost their home in that Great Depression. So when they heard that they have a good opportunity in California, they decided to move to California along with the whole family so that they can settle there and they can have a peaceful and a better life. So basically, in search of a better life, they moved to California. They decided to move to California. Okay, so the Joad family would consisted of few peoples, and it includes basically Tom Joad, Ma Joad, Pa Joad, Tom's younger sibling, grandpa, grandma, and an aunt named Rose of Sharon. And she was a pregnant lady who were throughout with them throughout the journey. And one more farmer preacher named Jim Casey was along with them. As they drive across the country in a broken truck, many bad things happen with them. Basically, they lost their grandpa and their grandma as well. And once they reach the California, they face the harsh reality of there. Many other families were looking for the jobs as well, so they were not alone in this time. Other families were also struggling for the job and for homes, and family go from camp to camp, and sometimes they find kind people, but often they are treated very badly. The wages were very low and the bosses were very harsh, and they try to take advantage of poor workers there. Chode basically understands the situation, and he feels like that if in order to get fair treatment they had to stand along and they had to like fight for their rights. So Jim Casey becomes a leader and tries to organize worker to protest for their rights. But during this phase, a police officer killed Jim Casey because he was protesting and all, and just for the sake of justice, Tom Joad basically killed that officer. So after that he has to hide. The family keep struggling during this time, and they had to face a lot of bad things like hunger, illness, rain, and a lot of different things, and they didn't get food for many days. So something more worst happened during this time is that Rose of Sharon lost her baby as well. According to me, in this novel, there were very strong messages as well, like hardship and poverty, families, and how to work hard together, injustice, and hopes and kindness. So, all these messages were present in this book. The Grapes of Red is not just a story about one family, it's about many other families. It tells us about how to stay strong during the worst times. Along with that, it tells us like how to care for others, how to fight for justice, and never give up hope. Even though this story is from the past, but its a lesson still matters for us today. Many people around the world still face poverty. They face their tough journeys and unfair treatment around them. So this book reminds us to be human, to be kind and brave, and of course down to earth. Thank you so much everyone for listening, and I hope you all like this story. The book review from me, The Grapes of Red. Thank you so much. Bye bye.